Hello everyone, welcome back to Bitcoin New York. Today is 1st of July. The monthly charts and the weekly charts have closed. Also, the half year charts have closed. So this means I think I can say a lot of good things about Bitcoin today. So today's title is Bitcoin failing to rise. If you look at the charts, you kind of understand what we are kind of looking into. I had a good picture today to look into, so I've chosen it personally, which is very good. And today, we are going into Bitcoin, Ethereums, and I think I'm going to do a little bit of Cardano today because I've been getting a lot of requests from everyone. Yeah, let's get into this. The Fear and Greed Index is at 28 today. A lot of volume are going into the market right now. 28 is the same as yesterday. A lot of altcoins have kind of been on a rise since before, which is very good news. And this is something I want you to see first of all, over here, this chart over here. And one thing I can say, which is very easy to understand for you all, is once it hits down here at bottom over here, the Bitcoin is, this is when Bitcoin falls, which gets into a very good buying market. So this is the 5th time it has been hitting this blue line over here. And looking at it over here, First, I think it was around here. Around over here. Yeah, it looks very well. It's a very good place to buy Bitcoin right now. If you bought here, so those are the volume that you'd be getting into. Between those, I think they're like 20%, 30% adjustments. But if you look at these graphs, I think you can get a lot of insight into how this plays out. And let's get into this. First of all, Bitcoins in US dollars. Yeah, and the next half a year, I think it's going to move like this. This is a 6 month chart. So this is a very important place over here. The stick is very long of it at the top, but the top price is very good at that resistance point at 34,352. So that 30,000 range or 30,823, I think it might hit those around there. Or it might even hit that bottom, the candle over there at 29,000. So I think around 29,000, if it were to go through that number, I think it would probably sell off for another half month. And one more thing, maybe around, I think it might hit around 27,000 over there in this case. And looking at the monthly charts over here, there is a very much of a resistance on that line over there. And the trend line going up over there. And there is a resistance on 29,000 over there. So I think it might hit that part again. But it is kind of a very bullish market. So I don't think there is very much to be worried about in this case. Nothing is for certain, but this is just my insight on this. And the 2 month charts over here, starting on a sell over here. But there is a long bottom candlestick, which is kind of self-explanatory. And weekly charts haven't really closed, actually. So it also depends on how this plays out. Since there is one of a resistance line that's happening and playing into place. So one more thing is over here in the 20 EMA line. If it were to fluctuate sideways a little bit more, I think it's probably go up to 41,471. It'll probably go around to that place and maybe hit around over here at 36,000. I'm pretty sure at least it will hit that line 3 times. Yeah, think of it on this line, 41,059, 34,352. Probably hit down there, make a long candlestick, hit that trend line, and just be fluctuating sideways for a little while, I guess. Weekly charts haven't closed here, I don't think here. I think it closes on the 4th, on Monday. Or if it were to hit this line at the top over here, that would just change size for fluctuation, kind of raises it up a little one level. So probably go for that number 3 times and then go through that. So probably until September, it would be, in my opinion, that this adjustment would keep going. Yeah, so for now, it's very healthy for now. And even if it were to go down, I think just buying the dip would be pretty good for this situation. Yeah, so I don't think there is much worries here for this at the bottom. It's in the middle of the golden zone right now. So this trend line is something that I've been lining it up since like 20 for a little while. So I think it's a very strong trend line. So it might hit around here for sure. But for now, looking at it on a weekly chart, looking very, very, very healthy. And the daily charts over here, looking at it here on the RSIs here. Yeah, it's kind of looking very good right now. Yeah, let me get this out here very quickly with the trend line here. Yeah, it's a kind of going down actually here, but there is volume here. And this is the leverages of the bull market over here. Yeah, the volume is going up, but the price is going down. If this was in reverse, so to speak, that would be a bearish market. Yeah, so it's kind of like this. So I think there is going to be a big buying order spree in a little while. So looking at on a daily charts, probably 25th around that, I think there's going to be some price changes, which it will be going up for a little while. It's called a build up. And looking at it on kind of like a little fluctuation, I think it kind of looks like it's going down, but what it is, it's just building momentum from all the volume that's building up. But for sure, diversify your portfolio just in case something happens. I kind of always say, I'm pretty sure it'll go around 50,000 within a year. So, and I'm looking at it on a weekly chart here. Yeah, the top bar is at 163,000. So I think that's a lot more growth to be happening, or lining up like this. It's pretty much those two lines are lined up at 164,000. So I think it's very, very I think you could count on Bitcoin's future. Actually, honestly, it's just the data is here, so you just have to. And let me get these lines out very quickly over here. And yeah, that looks good. And yeah, let me get this growth curve right now. The fastest would be March next year. Yeah, that's pretty quick, ain't it? Yeah, that's pretty interesting actually. Yeah, that's all I can say for Bitcoin today. So the whole point of this today is we're at a pretty good position from the 6-month chart. So just keeping it on that trend line and rising up is one thing I can say for today. Yeah, and one thing I want to say at the total market cap here, and it went through the bottom fluctuation and went up. So just in half a year, there's a lot of volume. I don't think that's. I think it's going to be very hard to be going any lower than this. I mean, there might be a little adjustment here and there, but going through the whole candle, I think that is very, very going to be very hard for Bitcoin or any of the total market caps. So maybe next year it might be kind of a little bit adjustments maybe, but for now it is looking like this, looking very, very good, looking on a upward scale. So even on the 2 week charts, yeah, looking at it on a weekly 2 weeks charts actually, 2 weeks chart, it's there's a lot of resistance on the EMA line, which is looking very, very well. So even in 2 weeks charts, probably gonna go up and go through that line at around August, I think. There is a lot of cash flowing in the market, so yeah, it's kind of selling down. The cash, the market cap is settling down, which is very, very good. And the monthly charts over here, kind of far from the EMA line, but still on the resistance line at 0.5, so looking very good. And the 2-month charts over here, I might hit down a little bit, but that's very good. Yeah, I think there is a lot more room for cash flowing in the market. I think it's looking very, very good, very, very healthy. Yeah. And Ethereum's in Tether US dollars. Yeah, I've lined this up as the same as Bitcoin's. This is a 6-month chart. It's the same as total market cap, kind of. The top part is 11,000, I think, and $151. And this weekly chart's over here. Yeah. I've lined up some trend lines here for you. So, as this Fibonacci over here says, it actually lines up here on the 11,151. So that is very, very strong or solid place. So probably next year, around March, I think it will probably hit those numbers after the cash kind of settles down after the volume. And yeah, I think it's a very, very strong place. And Ethers and Tether US dollars, that's kind of it for Ethereums. Even if I hit it, the Fibonacci's aren't here. I think some of my viewers are kind of looking into Ethereums right now. And probably 1,952. I think it might hit those numbers. So one thing about the trend line is kind of going up in the long term, but it's kind of going down on the short term. So, but it actually went through the trend line, so kind of breaking through the trend line right now. So right now, probably 2,037, like go down to that place, or 9,962. So probably hit those and go through that EMA line. So probably going to that spike bottom at that like 2,300. I think it would be a pretty good strategy. So for another month, I think it's kind of a watching period for probably another month. So if you kind of have it, buy the dip, the protocol. If you have any concerns, make sure to send a comment at Twitter. Yeah. For sure go long. I wouldn't count on any short sells. And Ethereums and Bitcoins, I've lined the trend line up just as before. And in Bitcoins, there are resistance over here, but there is kind of like two resistance closing in, so I think it's going to go through next week probably. And the daily charts over here, and the RSIs here. Get this trend line out of the way. Looking very strong. Let me get a new trend line lined up here. Yeah, the weekly charts here. The Bitcoins, if you have any Ethereums and Bitcoins, for example, maybe you have 20% of Ethereums, and if you're having 8% Bitcoin, I think it's very good. Keep it up. Ethereums, I thought it was kind of like a good place to buy. The RSI is kind of at the bottom of what it could be right now. So, for example, if you have any Bitcoins thinking about converting to Ethereums and after that converting to Dogecoin, I would say wait a little bit more because of all the potential volume that's flowing in the market. And I don't think necessarily you could get into much good trades at this point right now. Yeah, because of the price and the volume that's happening right now. Probably 62,459 would be a good place to get in. And the market highs, even lining it up on a long-term perspective, will be at the top over there. And the short terms are like this, even if I line this up. So it's pretty much at the last market high or a little bit higher than that. So the place to close in profits would be around here at those two places. Yeah. Or actually here too. So those three places. 151,502, 168,044, and 186,666. So Ethereums and Bitcoins, like keep those numbers in mind. Placing an order, I guess, would be those places. Probably after that, I think there will be probably two more times of instance of the adjustments that's happening right now. So probably 115,475. Maybe closing profits one time over there would be pretty good. That would be a pretty considerable scenario. If you were to buy Bitcoin over here, that would already be 357% increase. If you were to wait up until here, that would be 562% increase. So if you have if you're trying to get into Ethereums, I think it'll be pretty good. Yeah, that's it for Ethereums and Bitcoins. Going into Cardanos in US dollars. The 6-month charts have closed, so let's check that out. So this is how much it has been up for the last 6 months. So I don't think there is much. I don't think there's a chance of closing lower than this. So right now I think it's about $6.78. That would be a good place to close profits, I think. And even on a monthly chart, it's looking like this. Getting the Fibonacci out here. And the places lining up is here at 3.618 or $6.73. There is a adjustments are happening right now and kind of forcing the price at the bottom. But I can't say much for ADA right now. But yeah, closing gain on profits at that price, I think is very, very considerable. So, closing on profits and buy in at the next adjustments and then closing on profits again would be a good run in my opinion. And the weekly charts here is very interesting with resistance lines is bang on top of the resistance line at the 20 EMA. And yeah, so it's pretty much at the bottom, at the top of the resistance line. So there's not much to worry about. And on the weekly RSIs, it's kind of the bottom of the trend line. So I think there is more growth coming in the market very soon. So probably around here. So I think some people are trying to make profits at that top part of that fluctuation there. So probably $1.78 or 74. So selling at the top and buying at $1.78 and making profits after that is, I think, the scenario that most people are going for at this time. So I think they're on that red line. I think there might be some adjustments, but yeah. So just waiting on that top place at $6.73. And Cardanos and Bitcoins, looking at it, personally, I think there are more place for growth right now. I think the place to get into, I've actually lined something up at the 6-month charts here. Yeah, looking very, very strong here. So I think there is a low chance of going lower than this. And I think for another 6 months, probably go up. And then probably some adjustments after that. So in the 2-month charts over here and the monthly charts here looking like this. Yeah, if it goes through that red candle, I think it's going to be very, very more healthy for this chart. And lining the Fibonacci's down here, looking for any good positions. Yeah, probably 5,828 is pretty good. So maybe closing on profits a little bit over here. And I'm probably buying in on that next fluctuation after that. And then next close on profits would be, I'm looking for a place that overlaps over here. Just a moment. Oh, okay. I see. So probably next one would be at the top, I think. 12,346. I'm talking about 8 Cardanos over here. So, a lot of growth could be happening. Yeah, it's kind of hodling, I guess. I think some of you said in the comments that are looking into Cardano. It's kind of too strong on Bitcoin in my opinion, so I think it's better to buy in dollars. But if you have any on Bitcoins, maybe line up the numbers in Bitcoins. Oh, sorry, let me get this Fibonacci here. I think this part is actually pretty good. 3,747. I think that might be a pretty good place. Probably a next month or next week. This is weekly charts here. Yeah, actually the weekly charts, looking at it, is looking kind of strong here. Let's look at the 4-hour charts for more insights here. I don't think there is much place for, sell-off since there is a lot of resistance here. If you could buy it at like 39,000, that would be pretty good. Yeah, but don't rush into things, guys. There's a lot of future for Cardano. Yeah, I think that's it for us today. I'm gonna do Cardano. I'm gonna be getting into Cardano regularly, so looking very good actually for Cardano. yeah, if you're gonna get into it, just look at the 4-hour charts, 2-hour charts, kind of small charts. So probably 1.35, 1.41, 1.30 to 1.40 in that range. Just buying in that range would be pretty considerable. It's kind of less and less volatility, so I think it's gonna get lower in the future. I think probably 40 to 30. So it's kind of going in that range, So buying in that place would be pretty good. And that's it for us today. So that's kind of long today. Yeah, and one more thing. I've went through 3,000 subs. So if you guys like this, be sure to like and subscribe and follow and hit that bell notifications. Thank you guys.